Uh-huh. Maybe way I do for a night. Only one night though. Michael, go close honey door, please. Joy comes in the morning. 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 I can see a brand new day. Hey, looking like a brand new day. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Here I go. Starting anew. Have for myself. I do who I am. Making life loving me, even when I fall. I feel like in the song. I feel like in the song. It's like feel like in the song. I feel like in the song. Hey y'all. Go for it. How you doing like this? How y'all doing tonight? Hey guys. How you doing? How y'all feeling? Life drop. Didn't know you could sing. Can't go on now. Hey Moni, thank you so much. Yeah, girl, I can sing, child. How you doing? Hey, Mr. Reese, how you feeling? Good evening, all. Life feel like in the song. I feel like in the song. I feel like in the song. Listen, that song ain't no more truer than it is in this moment. I feel every bit of that. I was just singing Only One Night Though by Ty Tribbett because child, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning, and I am just ecstatic um to see all the great things that God will do and is doing in this new year. Um, so yeah, that's where we are with it. I'm still excited. It's the 8th day of the year, and I am still on cloud 100. Hey, mommy, I'm still on it. I'm still on it. It's such a blessing to be here and to experience life, to see people around you be blessed, to also experience the blessings yourself. It's just, I am in awe of my God. Okay. Uh, all while going through trials and tribulations. Okay. So yeah, it is well. It is well. We are. Thank y'all for joining for Life Be Life In podcast weekly TikTok live recap of previous recorded episodes. Okay. I am going to recap episode number 7 of season 2 of Life Be Life In, which was titled Friendship Cycles. Okay. This did have a featured guest, which was Authentically Shawn. I don't know if she's going to be able to make it tonight or not. Hopefully she will. If not, we're still going to talk about friendships and friendship cycles and what they all entail. The boxes are open if you would like to come up and talk about friendships and the cycles there of like, did they start off, how it started off, how did it end, where are you now, did you see a change in with you being in relationship or when you're single or whatever, like, or how do y'all show up in general in your friendship? Because there's still relationships, right? And I think we have said on that episode that some people say it's harder to lose a friend, or those breakups are much harder on you than a romantic relationship sometimes. But they are, depending on how much time you invested in it and all of that, much more um, emotional, essentially, than what a romantic relationship could be sometimes. Because especially when you have friendships that are of the same sex, you thinking that that's your ride or die, that's your ace boon coon, y'all gonna, you know, roll through whatever together. And when that doesn't happen, it's it can be heartbreaking. It can be just as heartbreaking as a romantic relationship. So I'm interested to know, so please come into the box if you want to talk about it. In the meantime, in between time, I'll hit some of these points that we hit throughout the episode. Thank y'all for tapping me up. Thank y'all for being here once again. This background, just before we get into it, 1 second, Micah, didn't I ask you to go close that door? Go close the door and turn off the kitchen light. Now these kids. Okay. Talk about life be life. Anyway, uh we before I jump in, my background on here on TikTok is my current planner for 2024. The old cover is also a planner for 2024. So I got two color options essentially. They both have different speak life affirmations in them. But they both have the updated calendar for 2024. If you would like to purchase one, they are available on Amazon, like you like it, podcasts. I have a link tree in my bio. You can click on it to purchase it. And you can also buy the companion piece, which is my journal, Life Be Life. And absolutely not. You're gonna close the door for me because I told you to close the door for me. Please go close the door for me. So no, not if I do. You need to go do what mommy asked you to do. Now. Bye. This little girl is like negotiation. We do not negotiate with those people. If y'all know the rest of the line, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. I don't want to say it on here just in case they try to banana me. Your minions are busy. They always busy. Trying to get you to understand. Leah, go close that door and turn off that kitchen light. Sick of y'all being hard headed. Child. It's too loud. Anyways, so yeah. Hey Jen, how you doing? Yes, the minions are always busy, child. Always. Story of my life. Only reason why y'all don't hear them in the morning is because that little one be asleep and the other one be at school. Okay. The little one still be asleep. Hey, Blossom. Blossom, baby. So yeah, we're talking about friendship. Yeah, that's what we're talking about tonight. So this particular episode, Authentically Shawn had a bunch of gems to drop. And we were just talking about some experiences that we have had with our friendships. I'm good, thanks. Waiting on the football game to start. Okay, who playing, child? Football still happening. I'm all out. I don't pay attention. But yeah, I was basically breaking down from this website that I found on the national championship. That's not the same thing as the Super Bowl. I know that's not the Super Bowl, but it's national champions, like two sides, right? East, West Coast. Oh, this is college. Child. Jen, you're losing me. You know I don't know. I'm trying to catch up. So from this website, they talked about the different stages, if it's actually maintainable, what you disclose to these type of friends, and level of trust needed to, put them in this category essentially. Hey, baby girl, how you doing, love? No, Michigan versus Washington. I'm gonna go on mute. Yeah, you don't have to go on mute. You good. So one of the stages is acquaintances, right? I'm wonderful, baby girl. Thank you for asking. One of the stages is acquaintances. And I don't think that we do a really good job with categorizing people in this group, right? Because or this stage. Because I know me personally, when I meet people and we hang out a few times, I'm like, oh, that's my friend. That's my friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm quick to call somebody a friend, especially in my younger days. But I have since in my later years realized that everybody ain't your friend, baby girl. And even if you are in close proximity of someone, i.e., them being friends to you, one of your good friends, does not make them your friend. Okay. So what we're gonna call those people that they're at the stage of acquaintance. All right. And an acquaintance, you can have the maintainable number, meaning how many you can potentially have in your life. Unlimited amount of acquaintances. Okay. My coworkers can be acquaintances. Like I said, friends of friends can be acquaintances. Like um people you meet on social media, that's just an acquaintance. But we see each other in public. Have anybody had that interaction before? You see people in public that you know from social media, and then you be like wanting to say hi, and they be acting like they don't know you. So you be like, I ain't gonna say nothing either. You act like you don't know me, I'm acting like I don't know you. But I see you. I see your whole life on social media. Like, what are we talking about? But that ain't your friend. I know Facebook likes to call it that, but it's not your friend. That's an acquaintance. Period. Okay? You just are acquainted with them. Um, and what do you disclose to these acquaintances is just facts. You don't give them much more than facts. That's it. I mean, y'all can talk about, oh, I really like, this goat cheese on this charcuterie board. And yeah, I like the maple bourbon one. Da, 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 da. That's it's just basic. It's real minimum. Okay. Mr. Reese said nothing. Don't give them nothing. You don't disclose nothing. Exactly. You just give them facts. And if you wanted to, like, and facts will be: are you in a relationship? That's a fact. Yes or no? Are you? How many kids you have? Like stuff like that. It's just real minimum. It's real basic stuff that you, like I said, if they're your social media friend, they can see all of that if you disclose your life on social media, right? Like they can see all of that. So it's just like real fact based. I ain't got to prove none to you. I ain't got to give you insight into my life. None of that. And the level of trust needed for acquaintances is little to none. You ain't got to trust them because they're not really a part of your life. Like it's real surface. Like it's the most surface you can be in a relationship with somebody. Okay. So that's an acquaintance. And now that I know better, you do better. I have a bunch of acquaintances. And I definitely know, like, if you're not pouring into me, um, you ain't my friend. That just ain't that. If it ain't being reciprocated, then that ain't it, you know? So the next stage would be if you were to start off as an acquaintance with somebody, the next stage would be a peer friend. Okay. I don't know how many people have heard of that term. I don't think it's a common term that we use either when talking about friendship, relationships. But a peer friend is another stage, right? And a peer friend is essentially somebody that is on the same level as you. It's your peer, right? You know, we hear about peer pressure all the time. It's usually people, when they say that term, it's somebody that's in the same class as you, same level as you, whatever. A peer friend, right? Maintainable number that you could potentially have is many. It's not unlimited, but you got many peer friends. People that he said not many, exactly. But you can have many. It's just not like as much as acquaintances, right? Um, and with these friends, what you disclose are your opinions. Hey, Mr. Biggs, how you doing, love? you disclose your opinion. So I guess what the first example that I use could potentially be used here about y'all talking about the goat cheese on the charcuterie board, right? Or who is your favorite football team, or what is your opinions on this team, or what you think about LeBron, or whatever. These are just opinions that you share with a peer friend because y'all have something in common. This is a peer. Y'all have something in common. Y'all on the same level. And so if sports is the thing that you have in common, or um like I keep saying charcuterie boards because I love me a good charcuterie board, chap. If that's something that you have in common, or wine, or whatever it is that you have in common, y'all can speak on that and you can give your opinions on the things, right? So that's what a peer friend would be, or that's where they would be. That's what you would disclose to them. And the level of trust needed for a peer friend is some, right? You wouldn't want to disclose any of your opinions with them and they try to misconstrue or turn it against you or use it against you. Essentially, you would need some level of trust that I trust you enough to let you know that I'm not a big LeBron fan. Sorry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to, it's some level of trust there with that person. And, saying something like that can get you hurt, child. It can get you hurt in these streets for some people that are really like, oh my gosh, he the goat. How dare you say that? Like, I have to trust you some to even want to disclose such opinions or knowledge from myself with you, right? Are y'all following along? Y'all getting this categorization of friendship? Um, so yeah, that's a peer friend, all right. And so friend, a close friend would look like, and this is the next stage. This is another stage. A close friend would look like, I agree with you. I'm not a fan either. Okay, yeah. And so a close friend, this is the next stage that you would go to, right? Um, would be, I mean, it's in the title. They're close to you. You consider them super cool. Y'all get along very well. Hey, big brown curvy girl, how you doing, love? Thank you for joining. Y'all get along very well. Y'all see eye to eye most times. Like that's you will invite them to most of your events and outings, your birthday celebrations, um, maybe the christening of your baby. Like this is a close friend, almost to the point of family. Like we have some close friends that we don't technically call our best friend, but they still you like, I know I can count on you, I can call you, I can, depend on you to show up for me or whatever. Some people in my family may even know you because you're close to me, you're always around or whatever, right? Um, so that's a close friend. That's another stage. And maintainable number in real life. Thank you so much, Big Brown Curvy Girl. Appreciate you, love. Is a small number. Okay. I don't know how you guys feel about people that say they have a bunch of close friends. Do you think that really is sustainable, or do you like tend to like they think everybody they friend, or like what is your thought towards that? Thank you, mommy. Appreciate you. I know some people that have a bunch of close friends, and all of those friends feel like this is my bestest friend in the world, and they love and care for me and always show up for me. And some people only have a few close friends, Me being one of them, I'm trying to think. I have less than 10 close friends. Is that too many? I don't know, child. Look, figure out your own number, but it's still a small number. You can maintain a small amount of people that you consider to be your close friends, okay? And what you disclose to a close friend would be like your goals, some of your weaknesses, and things like that. So if you don't feel comfortable enough disclosing, for example, that you are um afraid or nervous about a next level in your life, or making a decision or stepping out on a limb and doing something, if you can't do that with a close friend, then maybe you need to recategorize them. They may not really be a close friend in actuality. Thank you, mommy. You gotta go off. Go, 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 go. They may not really be a close friend. And I know sometimes that can be difficult to reconcile with at times, because we be putting people in categories and on levels that they don't really deserve to be on. Because I know for me personally, I looked at, and I'm guilty of looking at friendships, um, and I pour all of myself into them and into people. And I think that, oh, because I like you so much and I show up for you this way, that you will reciprocate that with me. And when they don't, then I'm heartbroken. And I'm not understanding, why is it that you're showing up this way for me when I have showed up this way for you? I've showed you how to love me. I showed you how to be there for me. Thank you, Juma. Appreciate you. I showed you all of these things, right? And but that's why that maintainable number is small. Okay. It's only so many close friends you can have, child. And I can tell you today, at big old 36, my close friends be spilling the beans. They be telling me their goals, they be telling me their weaknesses, they be telling me their fears, they be telling me all the stuff. I can only handle so much on top of all of my own ish. Okay. It's too It's too much. Hey, Tia Bia, what it do? What it do? It's too much. Like, I cannot. I can't. But to each his own. To each his own. But yeah, that's what you would disclose with a close friend. Your goals. If you can't tell your friend your goals without exactly, Mr. Reese, they have to feel safe with you. If you can't tell your friend, your close friend, your goals without thinking they're gonna steal it or downplay it or minimize it or whatever, that's probably really a close friend. They're giving. They shouldn't be no friend. That's giving hater. I don't know. It's really weird. But we trying to help the folks categorize the folks correctly, because child, we be out here just, that's my friend, that's my friend, go best friend, go best friend, and best friend over there sleeping with your man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Mm-mm. 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 Anywho, level of trust needed for a close friend is much more than some. Like, you really gotta trust them. Like I said, you disclosing your weaknesses and your goals and things that you desire and things that you're struggling with them. You would want to have much more of a level of trust with them than you would with an acquaintance or somebody that's just a peer friend. Okay. So yeah, that's that on a close friend. All right. And the last stage is best friend. Okay, that's my best friend. Oh, best friend, you better. That's right. Yeah, I have had, again, I told y'all my issues with always calling people my best friend. That's my friend. That's, what I'm saying. Thank you so much, Juma. All of the things. My best friend, I currently, I think I want, like, I have less than five. Maybe less than five. Ew. And I can really count my family, like, even though, like, your family don't necessarily have to be your friend, right? But I am very close with some of my family members that, like, That's blood. Like that's my sis. That's period. I don't know what else you want me to say. Um, but best friends, the maintainable number is very few. Okay. Am I overboard? I got about four. What I four? Three. I don't know, child. Um, less than five. Less than five best friends. Um, and it's definitely very few that you can maintain. Okay, because listen, like I said with the close friend, that already be wearing me out. And I'm not complaining at all. I love that God has surrounded me with so many great people that are like-minded and I can trust. Um, and those best friends are also included in that. Hey Tim, how you feeling, love? Um, and what you would disclose with a best friend is like your dreams and intimate details of things, right? Because and we just gonna go straight here to the level of trust. It's the highest level of trust that you could possibly have. Okay, like outside of a romantic partner, knowing all the tea, your best friend, like you would tell them pretty much any and everything if that really is your best friend. Like y'all are one and the same. Like there's no me without you type issue. Or stuff or whatever. Like I can tell, and to this day, like I've had best friends before or girls that I have called my best friend in my youth that I really thought was my best friend at that time, and they probably were. They served their purpose for me at that moment. But as I have grown and experienced a little more life and really understood these categories or these stages of friendship, is totally different. It's a different criteria now. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe not different. It's just a more elevated criteria now. So you don't tell a peer friend intimate details of stuff. They might run with that. You know what I'm saying? But your best friend, I tell my best friends all the tea. Okay. This is what it is. This is what I'm going through. This is how I feel. I'm crying. I'm snotting. Excited, ecstatic. Like I'll tell them before it's even secured, this is what's happening. So be prayerful with your girl. Help me out. You know what I'm saying? Like my best friends know everything. They have the highest level of my trust. I can depend on them. I can lean on them, and I will not fall. And for that, I am grateful. Big B said, just stopping by to say hello, of course, and everybody on the panel. It's championship night. That's what Jen said, child. I don't know nothing about this championship. But congratulations. Good luck. I hope your team wins. I don't know who you're going for, Washington or I forgot the other person she said, but yeah. Okay. Antonio, Mr. K Town, what it do, boo? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. We're talking about friendships and the cycles thereof friendships. Okay. I think most times in friendships too, like I said, the different stages of them is acquaintance, peer friend, a close friend, and a best friend. I think most times what we do, I'm going for you, of course, you are a champion. Oh, thank you, Big B. Appreciate you. I think most times that we miscategorize these people in our lives, or we do it too quickly. We give them a position in our lives way too quickly before we can fully vet them, before we can fully trust them. And I have been guilty of that as well. I will again throw myself into relationships and be like, I'm all in. This is me. Love me. And I'm going to love you and all that type of stuff in return. But the reality of the situation is sometimes we give titles that are not deserved or earned, essentially. And just because somebody has the same opinions as you or the same desires as you or whatever it may be, does not mean that they deserve your highest level of trust or deserve to hear the intimate details of all of the things. Like, we have to be careful with giving people titles way too quick that are not deserving. And I spoke on this episode about one of my oldest friends, outside of James. For those who know James, James is one of my oldest friends. For sure, we've known each other since kindergarten. But I also had another friend that was a girl that I known since kindergarten, and we called ourselves best friends since we were little girls. And our friendship broke up in our adulthood, um, and that, was very heartbreaking for me, because when you think about all the years that you invest into a relationship with a friend, or you think about all the time you spent, all the things y'all exchange, all the memories and the sad moments, and knowing like their intimate lives and details, especially as a best friend, and to then go from there to y'all going your separate ways. That's a lot. It's a lot. It can be traumatic. It can be eye opening, because I think for me, that relationship really showed me that what I thought was wasn't really happening. Or actually, what I felt was really was. And I just kept trying to deny it, because this friend kept saying, "Oh, you're my best friend." Like, of course not. That wouldn't be the case. You know what I'm saying? And especially at that time, for me not to have my voice as I do today, not to have my voice as I do today, I wasn't able to say, like, the things that needed to be said at that time. So, um, hey, Sean, it's not letting me. Listen, yeah, I'll be off at 7 because I have my new episode that drops at 7. And I'll be on YouTube. But I mean, we can always do a continuation, child. This is my live. We can do it again next week. Yes. Yes, yes. Thank you so much for stopping in. For those who don't know, this episode that we are recapping, this is the featured guest, Shawn, Authentically Shawn. She was there spitting all the gems and things. So yes, please go check it out. But we're gonna try again next week and be able to come up with some more stuff. Okay, boo. Yes, they like, I like her vibe. Yes, she was a whole vibe. Okay, boo. Thank you. Bye. Yes. Oh, she's such a sweetheart. She's such a sweetheart. I love her vibe too. Blossom. I know. Just count it up as learning experience. Absolutely, Antonio. I mean, what else are you gonna do with it? But at the time that you know the breakup was happening and all the things were happening, you couldn't have, like, I was just in such denial for so long. And my ex-husband at the time was telling me, like, that's not really your friend. Like, he came in the door telling me it's not your friend. And isn't something about people being on the outside looking into something that can see what you can't see? And again, I think, we get clouded by familiarity and comfortability, and we get content with certain things because of the time and years that you invest and spend with somebody. And who doesn't want to say, yeah, that's been my best friend since we was in kindergarten? You know what I'm saying? Like, That means we've been in this thing, you know, but unfortunately, just because they were your best friend in kindergarten doesn't mean they have to be your best friend at 20 or your best friend at 30, 40, 50. Because sometimes, I mean, where we were at, we may have been peer friends. And maybe we were best friends at one point in time. And now that life has been life in us and we kind of change or evolve, um, what used to serve me in this relationship may not be serving me any longer. And that's okay too. But I think we have such a hard time letting go of situations because we all want to have that fairy tale ending that, you know, even when it comes to our romantic relationships, we all want to say, oh, this is my high school sweetheart. Like it's just something so romanticized by that. And it's the same thing when it comes to best friends. But you know, it's life. And I even before I think we may have miscategorized them, unfortunately. Some people, I can look back on some friendships that I had and I really thought they were my best friend or my close friend, and they were just for that season. But I probably shouldn't have even gave them that stage at that time either. They were undeserving of it, you know. And I shouldn't have gave them that much trust, and I should have been a little more holding it close to the chest and giving it time to develop. You know what I'm saying? So we can all be guilty of that. Or some people just don't even like to make friends at all because they're just that afraid of being heartbroken or trusting somebody, you know, and there's something to be said about that too. Everybody can't be an acquaintance. You should have somebody that you can, you know, lean on or, you know, discuss some more difficult things that's going on. We all need somebody. Like nobody can go through this life alone. And even though we try to trick ourselves into thinking we can, um, it's something else going on there that you feel like you just need to be by yourself all the time. Like that's, you know, but that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. Again, this is episode 7 of season 2 of Life Be Life and weekly recap on here TikTok. We are gearing up for episode number 10 to drop at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube. I am super excited as always, with all of my new episodes, shall. This season has been like taking me through a whirlwind of emotions. And um, again, when I started this podcast, I didn't start this thinking I will be in this position. I didn't start this with any major expectations other than somebody gonna listen and it's gonna do what it do, whatever. But um, it's very interesting to see it play out. And I knew it was going to take a level of vulnerability for me, and I have been adhering to that. But also, it has I can write. I mean, I have a list of topic ideas that I want to talk about, and then boom, something happens, or I experience something, and it's like, you need to talk about this, and here's something, and this, and that. I'm like, but I just figured it out myself, and what I'm realizing is a reoccurring theme, and God trying to get me to learn some things, and now I'm in a place that I'm ready to receive and see it and prepare for this next level, and it requires a lot of me. And a lot of looking within to even get prepared for this next level. So, you know, it's just really interesting. Um, and this particular episode talking about friendships was very therapeutic for me. I think I have been hurt so many times by friendships. Um, and they were just as devastating, like I stated earlier, as romantic relationships for me. And I love hard, and I know that about myself. And I also know now that everybody don't love like you, Portia. Everybody don't have the outlook or view of said relationships as you do, right? And I think it's a tricky thing too when you have friends, right? Because it's another thing to be in a romantic relationship and a person be like, um, dating friends is a big no-no. Oh, that's interesting. Have I ever dated a friend? Have I ever dated a friend? I don't think I've ever dated a friend. I've never, like, once I put you in that category, like, that's pretty much where you stay. And I don't think, to my knowledge, that any of my friends have ever tried to cross that boundary with me. I'm trying to think. Um, Dating friends is a big no-no. I don't know if I totally agree with that though, Mr. Reese. I think I don't know. Boston said I never dated a friend, but someone I dated has become a good friend. Okay. I don't know if I agree with that, Mr. Reese, because I think that any the basis of a good relationship could be a friendship. I think a beautiful relationship can be bloomed out of a friendship. Um, Especially if it's a close friend, somebody that you're sharing your goals, some of your weaknesses. You have this level of trust with them, and um, I think when they ain't no good, and you think, oh, they'll be different with me because we're friends. That's where we mess up at. Okay. But if y'all both be intentional about each other, I think it could work. I think it could work. Is it the hopeless romantic with me? I don't know. But I really do think it can work. I think it could work. I ain't being friends with nobody I dated. No, he was saying dating. Mr. Reed's comment was dating friends is a big no-no. Like if they already your friend and you haven't engaged into a relationship with them, Tam. I mean, you haven't crossed that bound like they were just your friend. What the heck? Did you make a mistake, Gabby? I think it could work if y'all both are truthful and honest about your intentions and not fantasizing or romanticizing a situation that isn't really there. So that would be interesting. But I've never dated somebody I categorize as a friend, and that I don't know. But I know people that have, and usually when it happens, it's because somebody always felt that way. Okay. And they shot they shot, and it could be a mutual shot shooting. Um, and but I don't think people be honest with themselves about um where they are in life and how they show up, which is the same thing as any romantic relationship. We be thinking we ready to be in a relationship, and in actuality, we're not. And then you try to be with somebody, and you wondering why it's all dramatic and all a fool because you ain't did no work to show up for your dang on self. Okay. Um, but anywho, Velasco said friend zone forever. There's no possible way they can come out the friend zone, Velasco, like ever. Well, like I said, to each his own. Mr. Reese said, I've seen it happen too many times and they aren't even friends anymore. And yeah, that's why I said, Mr. Reese, I feel like it has to be intentional and purposeful, and y'all both really be on the same page. I mean, because even with your friends, right? Like, I mean, if you have friends of the opposite sex, um, I feel like there's a level of vulnerability there that you feel comfortable with because you are just friends. But then when you start talking about more intimate aspects of yourself, we all try to paint ourselves, and well, majority of people will try to paint themselves as a picture of, you know, I got this, I got that, I'm this, I'm that. And remember, this is your friend. They kind of know you, especially if they're a close friend. But, you know, I think we be thinking, oh, they're going to be different with me. I mean, like I said, a lot of people I know have been in that situation. Like, that's my friend. Like, why would they dog me? And then they dog them and be like, I can't believe he did me like that. We was like best friends. Well, he knew what it was, and he knew he can get away with it. And he shot his shot. You allowed it, and there we have it. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, you know, like I said, no coming back. No coming back from being a friend. After you cross the line of friendship, from friendship into a romantic relationship, yeah, it's hard to come back from, because it's like, how can we be friends now? Like, it's always going to be that question there. It's always going to be that conversation surrounding you guys, especially if you invite if you have a new relationship that comes along and they be like, did you sleep with him? Did you, you know, that's still your friend and y'all dated for how many years? Like, what are we talking about? Like, yeah, it's a level of uncomfortability there. It's a whole lot for all that is involved. So, you know, it's interesting. It's interesting to say the least. Um, but yeah. So I mean, I think it's just important. And like I said, when I review all of my relationships with people, friendships, I look back on it like, oh, they really weren't my friends. They probably should have been an acquaintance, because that's what it was given the whole time. But I was over here like, yeah, we cool. That's like family. Because my best friends really are like family. Like, for real, for real. And that's what I said. Some close friends could be too. But like, my best friends, that's family. That's my brother. That's my sister. What are we talking about? I can trust you with my kids. You family. Well, my family. I know some people can't even trust their blood family with their kids, and I get it. But I don't have issues like that, and people that I call my family, I can trust them with my kids and know that they're gonna be treated just like mommy was there. Okay. Mine as well, Kia. Yeah. Yeah, that's it's just it is what it is. Um, but yeah, this is just super. I thought that little category situation was really good. And I wish I would have had this early on in my life. um, I probably would have been better off, and I would have been able to assign people properly. But we're here now, and now I know who is my friends and who isn't my friends. I know who means well for me and who doesn't. I know what it is, and I'm satisfied within my picker when it comes to my friendships today, more so than ever in my life before. So, you know, I wish I had that skill too, girl. It would have saved us a lot. But like Mr. Antonio said earlier, it was definitely learning experiences. Um, you know, so there's that. So yeah. I'm trying to see. Yeah, we talked so much during this episode. I don't even know. Like, so yeah, do you guys consider yourselves to have healthy relationships? I mean, healthy friendships? Like, would y'all be honest if y'all didn't think y'all had healthy friendships? Like I said, I'm now at the place in my life that I know I have healthy friendships. I don't have to question. I don't have to and I assign them properly. And I don't have to feel no type of way. Sometimes so I have some peer friends and they'll be like, I see you, sis. Get it, girl. And I'll be like, you know, I could be very literal sometimes. Like I take a lot of things like very like, oh, you call me sis, so you think we friends, but then you don't invite me to your birthday stuff. So I don't think you think that. It's like say the words and stand on it. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know. But what I am realizing is some people just use that, just like I call pretty much everybody boo or hun or whatever. It's just a term of endearment. It's not necessarily like I view you this way. You're my sis. You know what I'm saying? Like I call my sis. You know. Only two friends checked on me when I lost my leg in 2022. Was that a revealing moment for you, Miss Therese, during that time? Because I'm sure, and that's another thing, like when we going through tumultuous times and situations, that's how I end up cutting off a few people. When I separated from my husband and I let them know, people I thought that were close to me, my close friends or whatever, when I let them know that I was going through a divorce and I know I had been there for them throughout their situations and things like that. And when they didn't show up for me the way I expected them to, or reciprocated to me the way that I had been giving to them, I was like, oh, you ain't really my friend. You know, you're more so an acquaintance. You're more so on look. I wouldn't even give acquaintance. You're more so an onlooker. You're a hater, and you rather be here for this moment of my quote unquote downfall in your eyes than to support me or uplift me or whatever. Because some people will show up in those down seasons just to see you down. Period. They ain't there for nothing else but that. But some people would just avoid altogether because they really don't care. If you want to know if somebody care about you for real, go through something difficult. Go through something life changing, life altering. They'll show themselves every time because people can only mask and hide for so long. And because you've allowed them that space to do so for so long, because we don't like to have difficult conversations and really talk about some real ish, they will be right there in that sweet spot. And then when something happens to you, and you be like in expectation that, oh, they my friends. They're my close friends. I know they gonna check on me. I know they gonna show up for me. They gonna help me with a whatever it is that I need at that moment. And when they don't, you be like, oh, like that Jeff from what's the show? The Wire. I forget the guy name, the actor name on the show, but that Jeff everybody used like, oh, that's how I feel. I see you. We see each other. Okay. People will show you themselves every time. Just give them a chance. And that's what I'm saying. Like, had we did a better job at giving it time to develop, I could have categorized you better. Or I could have started you off in this stage and not elevated you or moved you on. You could have just stayed right there. We could have stayed acquaintances. We could have just stayed peer friends. I didn't have to say you was in my inner circle. I didn't have to say you was my best friend. We didn't even have to go there. Hassan Johnson. That's the name in The Wire. I haven't watched The Wire in so long. I said I wanted to rewatch that series. I actually started to rewatch it with my ex-husband right before we separated. I was like, man, it's such a, like, I just put them on to all the shows. It's such a dope show. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. And it starts off so slow. We didn't really get that far. But I'm gonna start rewatching it my damn self, by myself. His real name, the character he played was eBay. Oh, okay. So his real name is Hassan. I didn't know that. Come on. Thank you, Juma. Um, so yeah, oh, we only got a few minutes. Look at me. I did it, y'all. I think y'all know I'm be uh transparent with y'all all the time. Every week I do this. I be like, do I got enough to talk about? Ain't nobody coming in the boxes. Ain't nobody like the boxes is open. Come up here and talk to me. And then I just be keep talking. First of all, I know I can talk. Okay. But I still be doubting myself every week. Like, can I really talk for an hour and have something worth saying? I don't really want to say all the things in the episode because that's what the episode's for. You want to know all the things, go watch the episode. Or listen to the episode. But I doubt myself every week. And here we are. Every week I surprise myself. Be like, oh, I actually did do that for an hour. Anyway, just letting y'all into the world of Portia, the mind of Portia. But anywho, yeah, so that's the friendship thing. Shawn says she'll be back for next week, and she has many more things to add after watching our episode. Um, she did such an amazing job. She looks so young, and she is young, but she is very she is very wise and intelligent and emotionally intelligent for her age. And I wish I would have had such wisdom at that time of my life. But probably did. I just didn't utilize it. Okay. That's the real tea. Uh but yeah, so we're gonna, if she's still on for next week, we will come back here next Monday and talk about the friendship aspect once again, because it's my live, and if I want to repeat a recap, I can. And I really wanted her to be on because she really wanted to be on. I just had forgot to remind her until the very last minute, but that's okay. We made it through. A lot of good conversation was had, and I appreciate you guys for showing up here for me as you always do. We are about to go over to YouTube. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click the link in the bio here on TikTok. If you're watching on Facebook, you can also go, it's a link in my bio for my YouTube channel. It is Life Be Life and Podcast. You will see this logo here, right there. And yeah, it's me. So we have, please go subscribe. I'm a little over 200 subscribers right now. Every subscriber helps. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. Go subscribe. Come live chat and watch episode 10, which is titled Forgiving You for Me. We're talking about forgiveness tonight. So come on over, watch it with me. And the Speak Life affirmation for this episode recap of episode 7 was, I am a magnet for healthy friendships. Again, today's Speak Life affirmation is, I am a magnet for healthy friendships. You heard it, you say it, you write it down, and remind yourself to speak that thing and make it happen, because life be life in us all. Meet me on YouTube, live chat with me, like, subscribe, all the things. I love y'all. Thank you again. Bye.